and statutory functions of county organs. Round 1. Appointment of husband to county offices. On or around 30th September 2022, the governor engaged in 1. Gross misconduct, 2. Grossly violated Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution. 3. Grossly violated Section 17 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 4. Grossly violated Sections 55, 59, 59A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Governments Act. 5. Grossly violated Sections 6 and 11 of the Meru County Youth Service Act 2018, and grossly violated Section 4 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017 by A. Appointing her husband to the non-existent position of the patron of the Meru Youth Service before conducting a transparent and competitive recruitment process. B. Appointing a husband to the non-existent position of the Meru Hustlers Ambassador before conducting a transparent and competitive recruitment process. C. Disregarding the criteria for the establishment of offices within the county public service. D. Failing to submit her husband's name for approval by the Assembly before making the impugned appointments. E. Reappointing Rufus Miriti as the county secretary without the approval of the Assembly. F. Appointing the following unqualified persons to hold county offices without undertaking a transparent and competitive recruitment process. Roman 1. Munene Samaritan as Director of Special Programs. Roman 2. Ernest Mutembei as Director, Monitoring and Evaluation. Roman 3. Henry Muzungu as Director of Administration. And G. Hilary Sandy as Director of Communications. H. Usurping or trashing the constitutional and statutory functions of the Assembly, the Meru County Public Service Board, the Meru County Youth Service Board, the Meru County Service Board. Ground number 2, roadside appointment of county workers at Timau. On or around 22nd September 2022, the governor grossly violated 1. Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution, and 2. Grossly violated Sections 55, 59, 50A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Governments Act by A. Appointing firefighters at a public rally at Timau in misguided and sustainable populism before conducting a transparent and competitive recruitment process. B. Subjecting potential applicants for county jobs to public humiliation by converting the crowd at the public rally as the advertising, recruiting, shortlisting, and appointing authority. And C. Usurping and trashing exclusive constitutional and statutory mandates under functions of the Meru County Public Service Board. Ground 3, roadside appointment of county workers at Nkobo. On or around 9 September 2022, the governor engaged in 1. Gross misconduct, 2. Gross violation of 1. Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution, and 3. Gross violation of Sections 55, 59, 59A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Governments Act by A. Appointing market guards at a public rally at Nkobo in misguided and sustainable populism before conducting a transparent and competitive recruitment process, and B, usurping the exclusive constitutional and statutory mandates of the Meru County Public Service Board. Ground number 4, roadside appointment of county workers at Kianjai. On or around 9 September 2022, the governor engaged in 1, gross misconduct, 2, gross violation of Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution, and 3, gross violation of Sections 55, 59, 59A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Governments Act by A, illegally directing ward and sub-county administrators to employ sweepers and market guards at a public rally in Kianjai in misguided and sustainable populism before conducting a transparent and competitive recruitment process, and B, directing ward and sub-county administrators to usurp exclusive constitutional and statutory functions and mandates of the Meru County Public Service Board. Ground 5, illegal committee on the Meru municipality. On or around 21st October 2022, the governor 1, grossly violated Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Sections 12, 14, 15, and 20 of the Urban Areas and Cities Act. And 3, grossly violated the charter establishing Meru municipality by A, illegally appointing a committee to manage Meru municipality affairs at a public rally at Kinoru, yet the function is vested in the Meru Municipality Board. B, directing the aforesaid illegal committee to usurp the functions of the Meru Municipal Board. C, usurping the functions of the Meru County Public Service Board. And D, trashing the procedures for the appointment of county public officers. And E, spewing hate speech against the G4S company. Honorable Governor, for first charge, you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Charge number 2,
bullying, vilification,
incitement, bullying, vilification, and misleading campaigns against other leaders.
Not guilty.
Not yet?
Not guilty.
Governor, just hold. I'll alert you when to plead. So, charge number 2, incitement, bullying, vilification, and misleading campaigns against other leaders. The governor has 1, grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And 4, repeatedly engaged in gross misconduct by A, holding public vilification, incitement, and humiliation rallies against members of the County Assembly and other elected leaders. B, falsely accusing members of the Assembly and other elected leaders of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. C, holding public vilification, incitement, and humiliation rallies against the Catholic Church and the Catholic clergy. And D, inciting the public against members of the Assembly and other elected leaders while knowing that such conduct can easily trigger violent reactions and cause serious breaches of the peace. Ground number 2, humiliation of the minority leader. On or about 24th October 2022, the Governor 1, grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And 4, engaged in gross misconduct by A, bullying and inciting the public against the minority leader and the member of Assembly for Akithi Ward, Honorable Mwenda Ithili, the minority leader, at a public rally held at Mwerenkanga. B, requiring the minority leader to make a public apology for unknown and undisclosed wrongs at the public rally held at Mwerenkanga. C, violently grabbing a microphone from the minority leader at the public rally held at Mwerenkanga. D, offering to protect the minority leader against the Speaker of the Assembly from unknown and undisclosed dangers. And E, falsely accusing the members of the Assembly and other elected leaders of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. Ground 3 of Charge 2, vilification of the minority chief whip and other leaders. On or around 25th October 2022, the Governor 1 grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And 4, engaged in gross misconduct by A, inciting the public against the minority whip and the member of Assembly for Abogeta West Ward, Honorable Dennis Kiogora, DMK, the minority whip, at a public rally held at Ngogo in Abogeta West Ward. B, falsely accusing the minority whip of stoning her. And C, falsely accusing the members of the Assembly and other elected leaders of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. Ground 4 of Charge 2, vilification of the Senator of Meru County. On or around 12 September 2022, the Governor 1 grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And 4, engaged in gross misconduct by A, inciting the public against the Senator of Meru County, Honorable Kiraitu Murungi, the Senator, at a public rally held at Lare in Tunene Ward. B, falsely accusing the Senator of demanding a share of county government appointments. C, falsely accusing the Senator of antagonizing and creating a wedge between the Governor and the President of the Republic of Kenya. D, falsely accusing the Senator of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. Ground 5 of Charge 2, vilification of the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture. On or around 12 September 2022, the Governor 1 grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And 4, engaged in gross misconduct by A, bullying and inciting the public against the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Honorable Franklin Mithika Linturi, the Cabinet Secretary, at a public rally held at Lare in Tunene Ward. B, falsely accusing the Cabinet Secretary of demanding a share of the county government appointments. C, falsely accusing the Cabinet Secretary of antagonizing and creating a wedge between the Governor and the President of the Republic of Kenya. And D, falsely accusing the Cabinet Secretary of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. Ground 6 of Count 2, on or around the 9th November 2022, or rather vilification of the MP for Tigania East constituency. On or around the 9th November 2022, the Governor and her husband, 1, grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act, and 4, engage in gross misconduct by A, inciting the public against the Member of Parliament for Tigania East constituency, Honorable Mpuri Aburi, the MP for Tigania East, at a public rally held at Mbaranga in Karama Ward. B, falsely accusing the MP for Tigania East of demanding that the governor appoint the MP's wife as a county executive committee member. C, falsely accusing the MP for Tigania East of demanding that the governor pre-qualifies his 12 companies for the award of county tenders. D, falsely accusing the MP for Tigania East of presenting fake pending bills for payment by the county government. And E, falsely accusing the MP for Tigania East of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. Count 7 of Charge 2, Vilification of the Catholic Church and clergy. On or around 17th October 2022, the Governor 1, grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Section 19 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 3, grossly violated Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And 4, engaged in gross misconduct by A, inciting the public against the Roman Catholic Church and the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Meru, Mr. Celestius Mugambi, at a public rally held at the former Igoji Boys Secondary School. B, falsely accusing the Catholic Church of grabbing public land. C, falsely accusing the Catholic Church of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. D, conducting a mock public prayer to demean and humiliate the Catholic Church and Catholic clergy. And E, inciting the public against religious leaders while knowing that such conduct can easily trigger violent reactions and pose a serious breach of the peace. Honorable Governor, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Charge 3, forceful entry into the assembly precincts and mobilization of unlawful riots against members of the assembly. On or around 19th October 2022, the governor and her husband, 1, grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Sections 5 and 7 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017. And 3, engaged in gross misconduct by A, forcefully entering the precincts of the assembly. B, falsely accusing members of the assembly and other elected leaders of cartelism, blackmail, greed, corruption, and intimidation. C, organizing a violent demonstration against the members of the assembly at the assembly precincts. And D, addressing a riotous crowd at the precincts of the assembly. Honorable Governor, to that charge, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Charge 4, violation of the public finance management laws. On or around 6 September 2022, the Governor 1, grossly violated Articles 201 and 207(1) of the Constitution. 2, grossly violated Sections 159 of the Public Finance Management Act 2022. 3, grossly violated Sections 12 and 24 of the Public Officer Ethics Act. 4, grossly violated Sections 16 and 35 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. 5, engaged in gross abuse of office by A, directing the Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital to spend all revenue at source, whereas all monies raised or received by or on behalf of the county should be paid into the county revenue fund. B, issuing waivers on fees at the Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital, whereas the county executive committee member for finance is the only person legally empowered to grant such waivers. And C, directing county government officers to participate in furthering and advancing the interests of Baite TV, a media station owned by Mwangaza Advertising Limited, a private company owned by the governor through her close proxies and relatives. Honorable Governor, to that charge, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
The last charge, misconduct relating to nomination of county executive committee members. On or around the 8th day of November 2022, the governor engaged in 1, gross misconduct, 2, grossly violated Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution, 3, grossly violated Section 10(1) of the Public Appointments, County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, and 4, grossly violated Sections 3, 4, 10, and 11 of the Meru County Retention Enhancement Fund Act 2016 by A, vilifying members of the Assembly for refusing to approve some county executive committee nominees at a public rally held at Kiangoe in Igoji West Ward. B, falsely accusing members of the Assembly of shortchanging Kasti Misheni and other nominees for the appointment to the CEC. C, illegally instructing Kasti Misheni to usurp the statutory functions of the Igoji West Ward Retention Enhancement Fund Committee by identifying the persons that would benefit from county bursary funds. D, failing to submit names of other candidates to the county assembly for approval for appointment to the CEC after the assembly rejected some nominees. E, reorganizing her government to 6 departments and 3 CEC members after the rejection of some nominees instead of submitting names of other candidates to the county assembly for approval. And F, swearing to appoint to her government and actively work with losers of the 2022 county elections instead of duly electing MCAs to star wrangles within the assembly. Honorable Governor, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Chair and members, this is a verbatim recital of the charges as presented by the County Assembly.
Thank you very much.